I thought I was going to be the problem child tonight. Guess what? I'm not. Come on.
Not tonight, anyway.
The fucking boss of what? Suits you. Yeah, looking through fucking hot bloody rose-coloured glasses. Cause...
Something groundbreaking if you get the end of your microphone and then follow the cord. You'll find out if it's plugged in or not.
True story.
Mate, we set up 2 mixers, 2 turntables, 2 needles, fucking projector.
Shut up.
Hey! Welcome, boss man.
Is that working now?
Yeah.
Hey, hello. We got clarity.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounded good.
hang on. I just need to turn the other fucking thing off now.
Is that still working?
Is that
Yeah.
still working?
It is.
You motherfucker, you. Welcome to the podcast, Three Tanners. The Van Doolan. Is that your name? Lucky Socks? But we'll go with that. Lucky Socks. How are you today, mate? What's
Mate.
happening with your weekend?
It's been ripping across the weekend with the boss at Bossy's Garage.
I hope you enjoyed it because it's not going to happen for another fucking 6 weeks, eh?
Welcome to Corona COVID-19 Melbourne. 6 weeks. You guys are in lockdown.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, Lily gets a break finally.
Wow. Pharmacy. He's talking about going coronavirus, and then Trent McDermott. He went out west because he's out in 12 Apostles land. What do you call that? Yeah, he's
5
out.
apostles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Port Fairy or something, isn't it?
We've got to send this to. So he wrote that, and then I said hashtag Queensland in lockdown sounds like a bad drug. I was like, yeah, you guys
It does sound like a bad drug.
What's going on with what's going on?
I think I'd rather be in lockdown than go out and sit in a chair all fucking night.
Hey, mate, I got my chair moves down, Pat. Check out my Facebook page. But yeah, we are rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Frogging a sock styles. You know what I'm saying?
Musical chairs. They're bringing it back.
I got a message from my mum this morning. She's like, did you see everybody because the nightclub's opened? I said, no. And she's like, you need to watch the news. I was like, yeah, so what's that about? She's like, there was no social distancing and apparently everybody got off their chairs and everyone was dancing.
That's because the DJ didn't stop the music.
Yeah. Musical chairs. Yeah, true. You know, in America, they're paying people to like dob each other in. You will get paid. You get paid to rat people out. Instead of
that in Melbourne all the time, man.
Yeah,
coppers doing it, not.
There's some idiot mayor in America that was saying snitches get instead of stitches, it's snitches get riches, right? So, but in Queensland here, we don't need to rat each other out. We just post it on Instagram and Facebook, and we just rat each other out and just say, guess what? We were doing on the weekend. We're all dancing, so we'll be in lockdown too.
Queensland has been following Melbourne for a long time now, so.
What are you talking? We're taking over, mate. You guys are looking up to us, literally looking up to us. So is the rest of the country. But anyway,
Melbourne.
Shout out Mark James, Gangster Arcade, coming up soon. Yes,
that's the way.
Anyway, boys, tell me about the party on the weekend. I've heard you guys did a epic live stream.
I think it went really, really well. I rocked up. I was like, no, I'm bringing the fucking turntables. So I got them fixed. I spent all day Saturday trying to figure out how to get track 3 working. That was a nightmare. Such a nightmare. Went to Paran. Lucky I did as well because I won't be able to go to the record store as well.
You must have never tried Recordbox then. Plug.
I've tried Recordbox and that's why I'm not going near it ever again.
Muffbox. Anyway.
What's wrong with Recordbox?
Anyway.
What version are you on now? Version 8?
I'm not sure if the podcast is long enough to go into
No, hey, look, I must say, Recordbox, I got my head around it a bit now.
4 computers later, and what else you got going?
Haven't got the 4th one yet, but
yeah, it's on its way, you know.
The laptop's working fine with it now.
So you brought your turntables over, and I heard about how much grease was on them. Can we go into that?
Oh, mate.
Oh, do you want to see my
Doolan.
poker table? It's not red anymore. Let's put it that way. I looked at it. I'm like, what?
No, the poker table.
Anyway, people, Doolan brought his decks and turntables over to mix, and apparently they needed a bit of a clean, a bit of a shine. And,
Yeah, they've gone through some abuse, those two. They've been through a lot.
I've seen cleaner brake pads at a fucking mechanics than these records were. I'm not
records were
exaggerating.
clean.
So the paper towels that ran out of Melbourne, it was from fucking Van Doolan, was it?
Yeah, literally. There's not enough. There's not enough toilet paper.
I regret giving you all that paper towel now. I'm telling you, it's all going to be gone. I've still got some evidence if I need to, but I need to.
I wanted to save the evidence because it took a bit. I was pretty proud of myself for fucking cleaning that thing. It was
Cleaning it.
pretty fucking bad, man. Like all these turntables have been to. They've been to all the university parties. They've been to all the house parties.
What's with the grease though?
I'm not one.
Seriously,
It's from the alcohol. It's from the alcohol. Like alcohol spillages, and it just fucking stays on because you don't clean it.
That was
I can't believe they're still working if it's alcohol.
Yeah, no, it's still working because they're
They're
built pretty well. They're good decks. Like they're not fucking fantastic.
They don't stay in time anymore, but yeah, they're good decks.
No, they stay in time if you're not bashing them, jumping around behind the decks.
Oh god, there was some.
You know what? I did see some Bossy. I did see some wobbles on that stream, mate. Those your gangster.
I've had a bit of feedback about that wobble, and they're all just like, wow.
If anybody hasn't seen it, you need to check out the stream. And he has the the flagship Pioneer, and we're talking
RZX
Pioneer setup, and that was above Doolan's decks. And what mixture were you running there, mate?
900 Nexus.
Yeah, sick. Yeah. So
it was cool. It was very refreshing to have that sitting underneath. It was it brought back some memories, that's for sure.
It's good to see the obsolete sitting underneath, isn't it? You know, those people are still into their fucking records. No. No, listen, like a true story is so many people go, oh, you're doing controllers, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, if you're still playing records, I appreciate it. I respect it. That's where I started from. However, like there's so much more you can do. So yes, there's sync buttons and all this, but it's time to get creative, people, and work out how to do more than just beat mixing. That's all I'm saying.
I must say, I did like the company of the spinning turntable, like all night. I think it even brought out something in me that night because
100%.
We even went record mixing at some point.
Yeah, that went all right for a bit.
So what style of music did you guys end up playing?
That was hard trance. Like all I've got is hard trance records, so it's
okay. Yeah.
But
and before that was what?
Melodic tech, progressive house, bit of like electric, bit of like hard stuff.
Bit of techno,
right up my alley.
Trance.
I know everyone loves it. KAOS as being the hard trance dude, but melodic.
Yeah. But the good thing was though, we started off like that and we progressed into hard trance, and it didn't seem like it the night stopped or anything. It just went on and on and on. Like it stepped up, and by the end, fuck it now. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful.
Charged, absolutely charged.
How long was the stream?
3-4 hours.
3-4 hours. Say you must have enjoyed it. That's awesome.
It was pretty hectic.
Lily enjoyed it too. We all enjoyed it. It was,
pretty much everyone that
she enjoyed it
in.
until 4 a.m, did she? Yeah.
No, it went on after that. That's before we hopped in the spa, eh?
Yeah, I heard about a few spa parties just re-listening to the sets over and over. So that's awesome.
I'll give you 10 points for that last message you put on Facebook too, Michael. Little
yeah, nice. No, that was genuine from the heart as well. I was like, fuck it. I was thinking about it today. I'm like,
couldn't say nothing about it. That was just,
Oh, that's brilliant, guys. Yeah, it sounds like a corker of a weekend. I wish I was there. And I saw a couple of high fives in the streams. And
man. I do not high five. That was...
You do now when we fucking make transitions like that.
Nolan, you were in the zone, mate. You were absolutely in the zone. Like you were loving the music. I don't know what Let Go that weekend. But yeah, super cool. Super cool.
I know what Let Go. Think like them. Let Go. But no, I agree. You're. I was.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, sick. Let's do more of those. I like it. So what are we doing with this podcast, boys? Like, we're going to do some podcasting. We're going to get some like guest spots and stuff, and then and it looks like it looks like we're going to do some more live streams. Is that right? Or
well, they've got to be a part of it, don't they? They're
always going to be a part.
I think if we can keep progressing this this music that we're getting onto, I think it's just going to get better. It's gotten better every time we've had a bit of a mix. It's picked up and it's really starting to sound like something.
Isn't the tunes at the moment? Oh, I don't know. I just like I've got my old school and the Frantic People, and you got Beachy, and shout out to Beachy, and I've got there's crew that are into all the hard house, and there's a few of them they're stuck in their little times and all the rest of it. Yeah. But it is hard to evolve. But if you keep listening to the music, you start to grow with it. But what I want to say is that each year after year, I'm telling you, the music just keeps getting better and better. Like, I love my old stuff, but I tell you what, the music that's rocking today is just...
It's maturing like we are.
Yeah, maybe exactly that's what it is. Okay, we're getting old. What do you reckon, Doolan? You're a bit younger than us.
Yeah, mate, I can talk about this for ages. I wrote a fucking whole paper on copyright and musicology. So,
well, why are you still playing copyright music, mate?
Because fuck that, man.
No. Seriously, tell people what you're about, and from a younger point of view, like you were doing the disco stuff. And
I just think it's become more accessible. Like you've got heaps of things going on. Like Bossy was saying back in the day, you had to pay like $23 a record for like one song. So that's
unless you're a scratcher, and if you're a DJ and a scratcher, you'd have to pay $30 to $40 a record, and you'd need to buy two to do like juggles. And then when you'd practice your true story, guys, when you did your little beat juggles and your scratching or whatever, that was your practice. So that you'd have to buy another two. So you'd buy 4 of the same records, all at like $30 to $40. And so you'd 2 to fucking wear out and whatever else. And then when I went on tour, then I'd take the fresh copies. I'd take them away with me. But now,
scratched up
tractor.
And not only that, like how much was that controller in front of you? That's a flagship controller, the S4, yeah?
It is. Yeah, it is. It's the Mark III, but it's got haptic feedback, which no other controller's got. So if this was a little bit bigger and...
what does have that though? Vinyl?
Well, vinyl's got the analog touch, but yeah.
That's the closest thing to vinyl.
It's the closest thing to vinyl.
Well, how much is that controller though?
It's going on special at the moment, but it was probably $1,200, which is not that much. Which is it's sort of a middle price controller. It's not. We're not talking $6,000 like Bossy's one there, but Pioneer flagship. But
yeah, but again, like if you wanted a flagship setup back in like the 90s or the early 2000s, you'd be paying fucking like at least $2,000.
No, I think it was about 600 a record player, wasn't it, back then? Before they become antiques.
There you go, 600, 1,200.
Brand new, they were $1,200, I think.
Yeah,
1,200 brand new. Second hand, they were 600 if you get.
Yeah, we'll snag that one.
And because Technics was such a strong brand, like they last forever. Like they did. They just And then if no one got them serviced ever, but if you got them serviced, their pitch controls. They used to.
If they didn't get them serviced, they didn't play them hard enough. That's all.
It was all the talcum powder from Were you around the talcum powder days?
No, I had no idea. I was about to ask.
Yeah, cool. So you don't know about it? Haven't heard about it? Oh, really? So you know how they do the Melbourne Shuffle?
Right.
With their little fucking...
haven't quite had enough to drink to demonstrate
Every day I'm shuffling.
Right?
So, all that kind of stuff. Well, back in the day, they would take a a bottle of talcum powder and they put it on the ground, right? So this is so that how they could swivel their feet. True story. And he's a bit of a disco DJ and a house DJ, so this is probably spinning his mind out. But to us, the normal people, well, normal. Here I go, normal. Carlisle Castle, Adventure, Two Tribes, God's Kitchen, all the nightclubs.
Don't forget Earthcore.
All the nightclubs, it was all talcum powder. But the thing was, like, I was playing at Bubble for 10 years. However, the thing was, when people put the talcum powder out so they could swivel their feet, like all of that stuff all that dust went straight into all the equipment, like CDJs, into the turntable, the mixer. So they were having to get them serviced over and over again. And quite expensive. Like we were just, and then if you go to big parties, like you would just see like snow on the decks, and you're just like, what's this? And you're like, crackle, 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 crackle,
and
crackle.
You'd walk into the supermarket on a Saturday morning, and when someone spills something and it says caution slippery floor, fucking they'll all be running to the slippery floor side.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So some people also, and I know a good friend in Melbourne of mine, she still does it. I won't say her name. However, puts masking tape around the feet so then you can swivel and everything. But so what they did was, because it was costing them so much, security and bouncers, and they were checking people's bags and stuff for talcum powder. Like it would, dude. Like if there was a rave scene, everybody had talc and everyone would share it. Oh, you want some talc, man? Oh, it was just like passing out the
good old drippers.
Around stuff. It was just like, it was so common, wasn't it? That was like,
well, if you didn't have it,
you couldn't
want
dance.
to know someone that had it.
Because you couldn't dance otherwise. It was so huge.
Did you guys?
And it became an art too. Like it actually come into a competition where the shuffle, like it became
the Melbourne Shuffle.
That came from Melbourne, like from the heart, and that become big, and it become like some people were amazing. Like, what was the name? Claire, I think back in the day.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, which one?
Yeah, that one. No, the other one.
Yeah, cool story, because one of them is my ex to my first partner.
No, not that one.
But then the other Claire is her best friend, little Claire.
Yeah, she can shuffle.
She can shuffle. So I can't believe we're doing this on the podcast. This is hilarious. And so little Claire taught my daughter how to dance, and she's 14 now. But they're all in the family. Yeah. Small world. And they're all up here in Brisbane.
Cool. Did you guys, when you were at parties, did you guys like bring Vicks to parties and like put Vicks up your nose?
This is a bit incriminating, mate.
Mix.
Vicks, dude. Vicks inhalers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that was that's a millennium. That's a millennium.
People always gave me Vicks.
Different kind of fix, huh?
Yeah, they know that. Yeah. Cut. Take number 2. AUS.
So, what about this Melbourne lockdown again? This is affecting the music industry like big time in Melbourne.
Yeah. But I also think there's positives. Like the one big positive is that all the music producers are fucking locked in their bedrooms with all their equipment. So like, what am I going to do today? Going to produce some banging tunes. That's part of the reason why everything sounds so good.
So my question is, great. That's 100%. But my question is, are they doing that? Like, listen.
Pass on.
Well, that's what you're coming up with the stats. But my thing is because the only reason I ask is because I watch Joe Rogan. We call him Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh
from the UFC.
That's such a better ring to it.
Yeah, Rogan Josh sounds wicked. I think we should.
Lucky Socks Van Doolan.
I'm getting hungry.
Don't even think about it.
So all of his boys were. Where were we? Oh God, it just
Rogan Josh.
Yeah. But you were talking about people producing. So everybody in lockdown in America. So a lot of his friends are comics, and he's a comic himself, a live comedian plus UFC commentator, martial artist. However, he hasn't done any. So when they went into lockdown, they were all thinking that they would like here's our time. We're going to sit and write this new material. And what they do is you need nightclubs and things like that. So to go and test your material, you do 10 minutes and you go and test that. And if no one laughs, you rework it. And so
100%.
you keep on writing this. And so what happens is over a year's time, very much like if people don't know what's called is DMC, turntablist music competitions, which is DJ competitions,
which are the elites.
Yeah, so which is
the real DJs.
A 6-minute set that you do that you design for an entire year that'll be better than anybody else in the world.
It'd be good to get someone on that's involved in that.
100%. So there was supposed to be a guest tonight. Actually, there was supposed to be a guest tonight that his best friend, he won second in the world duo competition that I was going to bring on tonight. He also ran a hard trance event in Melbourne, as well as work with Pharmacy for the Pharmacy crew. So he brought out a few Astral Protection and a few other artists overseas. So
I was saying today, I didn't have a hangover from Saturday.
You don't sleep, you don't have a hangover. I've never heard that before.
I have never either, but it actually. It might have been the spa though. We were in the spa for a good 6 hours. I think.
The spa, it's either the spa or...
I think we watched our set over like 1.5 times. So that was 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was awesome.
Probably like 2 a.m. to 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
So one thing I find about, how you're talking about, they can all get in their rooms and they can make their music and all that sort of stuff, and they can get the music out still, but I find all the tracks that have meant something to me, or I felt something, or a memory track has been from a moment at a festival or at a club where something's happened and this song's come on, and it's like, and that's made me go, wow, what's this song? And then I'd hear it again one day and that's the song. And then I'll hear it still to this day and it will take me straight back there. But I don't get that by looking on a computer screen or just listening to a track on a.
What do you mean you don't get it by a computer screen? Because the other week we did a cool, super podcast with whether you guys got to see it or not, with Final Fantasy.
Yes, yeah, well that's true.
Final Fantasy, Charlotte DeWitt, Tomorrowland.
Yeah, but see, I wasn't at Tomorrowland. All right, yeah, no, you correct me on that, but still not the same.
I'm not correcting you, but yeah, no, there's it is what it is. It's just
No, I find you need that side of music to enjoy it to that extent, I reckon.
So what the memories were? Explain it to me again. Memories.
So I can talk about summer days. We had Moby. It's raining again. It started raining.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It turned into it was 35 degrees. It was pissing down raining, and everyone was taking their clothes off, and everyone was very happy. And that's the thing.
Well said.
So I hear that. Anytime I hear that song now, whether it be remix or just Moby singing it on the radio, like
it brings a memory back. Yeah, right.
Straight back there. What in my head.
What about you, Dylan? What memory you got that comes to mind with that sort of stuff?
I'm gonna have to think on it because I've had the opposite experience. Because I got into hard dance music before I ever even went to clubs.
So what year was that? Can you 2019
was it?
2005.
Oh, really? Whew.
Yeah, so would have been 14, so 2005.
14.
That's young.
That's when young boy KAOS was fucking making his mark and his stance. You were 14 at that age.
So yeah, I was listening to
that, people. His single and comment below.
So it was all on CDs. It was all on the computer for me. So there was. I mean, when I saw Ajax at Big Day Out, that was monumental. That was.
So we're talking House DJ, not Ajax and Crass?
Yeah. No, I'm talking Ajax, Bang Gang DJ crew. Yeah, Melbourne. Cool. When I saw him, I was like, holy fuck! And actually, he did this mashup of. I didn't know the track at the time, but it was Raven and Day and Night. Kid Cudi, Crooker's remix. And what? And it was Boiler Room, big day out. About 2:00 in the afternoon, there was like fucking about 5,000, 6,000 people in this fucking tent. So it was like everyone was like evenly spaced because everyone was just
social distancing.
Yeah, social distancing. Right.
101.
It was nuts because everyone was just in their groove and dancing. It wasn't like packed like front to back. It was fucking mad vibe. So I remember, he played Raven. I was like, fuck, this is a banger. And they went into day and night. And then that same day, wasn't Calvin Harris? It was the next year. Because there was when Calvin Harris was
Big Day Out is what used to be the best all-round festival. Like, not the best, but like I remember going there and seeing Bloody Beetroots in the Boiler Room, and they played Warp, and I swear I was just standing there, and I was getting thrown up and down in the crowd because it was just like this. And you just had there's people on the floor and shit, and you're just like, what the hell? They're getting trolled. It was like a stampede. I'm like, wow. That was my ringtone for like 2 years after that.
Wow.
It was
that impressionable. Wow.
Yeah. And then Prodigy comes up after him. It's like,
yeah.
So,
when Prodigy played the Voodoo People remix, Pendulum. Oh fuck! And like it was
massive.
I was like 16, right? I was 16, big day out, pretty much front row center. I'd been waiting for like 3 hours, right? And there was like a crew of like older guys around who'd obviously like done a couple of festivals, and I'm like fucking 15, 16, and they're like, this guy's a fucking mad cunt. So they're like taking care of me. I'm just fucking jumping around like crazy. It was
loose.
You know what? Yeah, I've got to shout out to my boy LCK, Ninth Insight duo act that we did, and we used to stomp bloody. Oh my goodness! Pendulum. Yeah, we used to do Voodoo People all the time.
Used to fucking
Lewis used to
non-stop.
Scratch that mofo. He was brilliant, but we played with Fred Breaker. We played at a pharmacy, Festival Hall. A lot of our shows we would end with Pendulum, Voodoo People. The guy's a gangster.
Yeah. Great track. It's
very
big time.
What about you, the KAOS? Is there a track that you've like heard and you were
actually
massive moment?
There was my track before Tiesto, which I just loved it. And so what I did was, we played at tennis, the Vodafone Arena, Tennis Center, and played before Tiesto.
What year was that?
90. What is this?
2000 no, the first time I knew that he toured over here anyway. But
what tour was it?
It was the New Year's Eve tour. I don't want to say too much, but it was a New Year's Eve tour, and he did 2 shows. Show in Sydney for 4 hours, and then he got on his private jet, flew to Melbourne, did his show here, right? But he rocked up late, of course, right? And we're all like waiting for him. Dude was like,
jet wasn't fast enough.
That's a long way to Sydney, Melbourne.
Lots of air traffic, yeah.
Turbulence.
As soon as he got into Melbourne, it's like bumper to bumper.
Lots of bumper to bumpers, yeah. Anyway, kids podcast. So he rocked up, and very late actually, and he played his set, and but I loved it. So my point is, I did a CD or two and with Ministry, and I went to Cairns or Darwin. I think it might have been Cairns. No, it was Darwin. And then there was these beautiful people there, and we did this like recovery party the next day and everything. And back then it was 2005, right? So it was like VHS, right? And I had my mate put it on a VHS for me. And it was just me going, yes, loving it, right? Doing OGP, What If, bomb track, and then just killing it before Tiesto, and then he jumped on, and then I had that, and I just gave it away. Hashtag just gave away my car. Hashtag gave it. What else did I give away, Bossy, lately?
You were unidentified flying object or
I'm always giving shit away. So if you know me, yeah, I just bought a new car. I gave my last one away.
How good is it to give, though? How good is it to give? I recently.
Who are you giving it to? If you don't even know who you're giving it to, that's
the thing. This video with
another
Tiesto,
level.
my moment in time, I never got it back. Right, so they've got the only copy that's in existence, and that was my moment in fame in the Vodafone to 10,000 people with Tiesto.
So,
I there's no recollection apart from in my memory. So who knows if it happened?
Tiesto owes you $250,000
at least.
and a private jet.
Gave my shit away again. Gave my shit away again.
No point. You'd probably just give that away too.
But back on topic. Daft Punk. Bigger, better, harder, stronger.
Harder, faster, stronger.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yep.
Dun,
They
bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh my goodness.
took over the world at that stage.
Jesus.
I remember my mate went there and he's like, Daft Punk. I'm like, Daft Punk? And I'm like, I heard of Daft Punk, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, go on there. And then he showed me some pictures. I'm just like, what the hell is that? You know, it was just that fucking lit up stage. These two fucking robots just.
My two little legends, my two little boys. One of them's named Neo, the other one Nilix, after the Psytrance DJ. I walked into my studio and they started. Everything was turned on, and I was like, "Excuse me, how dare you? What are you boys doing?" And, and I looked at them like. And then, but they had boxes over their heads. And I was like, what's going on here? I said, what's going on here? They're like, I said, are you guys trying to be Daft Punk? I said, you guys look like Daft Punk. And they're like, and they turned to me and went, no, Dad, we're being zombie DJs. I was like, oh, okay then. And they're like, dun, 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 playing on drum pads and stuff. I'll post that I'll post that too. Yeah, cool as.
Get them while they're young.
That's
true.
Well,
we've all tried that. It's you have to.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to what?
Try while they're young.
Get to them while they're young.
Oh Jesus! Cut. Get them while they're young. Right, that's going in the teaser. Bring that shit on. You got any more of that, Bossy?
No, fucking. Keep asking me questions.
Okay. Keep going, Doolan.
Yeah, go
I've lost my fucking trail of thought now. No, actually, no, I have. I've regained. I've found my tail.
So this recent lockdown's not going to be good for your Tinder.
Daft Punk, harder, better, faster, stronger. When they perform.
Bossy.
What?
Trail with the kids. Little Eminem, bigger M&M, bigger. That's how Bossy does it.
Anybody want a lollipop? Oh man, that's
right. This is X-rated straight away.
Anyway, so Tinder. Tinder's not too good, huh, Michael?
Tinder.
No. What's gonna happen with Tinder? Obviously not gonna be able to go.
That load of fish or whatever it's called. Load of fish. Lots of fish.
Load of
What a fish.
What a fish. You know what? See, we could make up
tuna to your house fresh.
Hey, you've got a mate that Rod that tells him that. We should tell him we want load of fish or lots of fish.
We should get Rod on the podcast actually, because he's apparently a well of information with dating and shit.
Spin that wheel.
What colour?
Spin the bottle.
Oh man!
Caller number 14, number Rod. Rod, how are you tonight? Hey, why don't we call up Beachy? We put him on.
We could, huh?
You reckon he's up? Yeah, it's only 9. It's only 8:30. Let's do this shit.
No, you call him. I'm using my phone.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Wait. Hey, guess what? I just got a message from the wizard.
We're going to meet him soon, in 6 weeks.
Fucking.
It would have been sooner. But if he comes up with a potion, you'll go earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez, this guy's an animal. Fuck yeah.
You want to No offense, people. You want to rape his hard drives while you're there.
Yep. Literally.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say that again?
Well, I've got an empty hard drive. I'm going to need filling. So.
Oh, that's right.
Us Nick Fish, no, the aquarium. He'll just water it down. Oh. KAOS.
Okay, Dad.
Dad. All right, stop. We gotta get a clean slate where I edit
We're
this.
calling Peachy.
All right, so news. Trance Central. I found the other day. I've reached out to John motherfucking Ferris, and
Is that all?
he well, tonight he didn't bloody answer, and he hasn't called back. So I'm about to reach out to his homeboy, his brother, Pee Wee Ferris. So there's a Trance Central is they're doing a live stream world stream rave, 25th of July. Your boy KAOS is trying to get on board on that. They've got Nick Fish, Jumping Jack, Pee Wee Ferris. So you can buy tickets at the moment. They're about $9 something at the moment for them. So it's Sounds of the Underground online rave, right? And so what they're doing is it costs you Australian $9.53 by Trance Central, and they've got Nick Fish, Wet Fish, they've got Jumping Jack, they've got Andrew James, which is another old school cat, John Ferris, Pee Wee Ferris, and Amber Savage.
What a lineup!
Plus,
that's massive.
Special guest Binary Finery doing a hard trance set. All right, and just this week they've added a new guest, Baxter.
Oh.
So
just to put the cherry on the top.
Oh, so your boy MK is definitely trying to get on that little bombshell. Stream starts at 7 p.m. on July 25. Ends at 3 a.m. Bombs all the way. So, well, such talent and Australian talent. And then you got
and how's this been done? Is it live streams from their homes or?
That's what I do want to know. I'm not sure if they've got a place that they're all going to but you got Fish, Jumping Jack, Andrew James, Baxter. Baxter's from Queens. She's up here in Brisbane with myself. John Ferris, Pee Wee. Actually, Amber Savage is from. She's living in Melbourne now. She was a Sydney cat, and she lives in Melbourne. So she's in lockdown with you guys. So
she'll be home.
Yeah, so that means either she's out and KAOS gets in and I get a spot. Shout out to you, Amber Savage. Or because we could all fly to Melbourne, Sydney. Or it must be some sort of live stream. So, but people get on it, support your locals, support the Australian, and
yeah, it's got to be done.
Yeah. We should do a bit of a podcast on that, guys, I reckon.
I think so.